Pisces, this is your end of August tarot reading. Here we go. I was supposed to be getting my new mic today, but it's been delayed in shipping. And so I recharged my old mics and I hope they're going to hold the charge. They have just been worn out. So I'm constantly checking to see if we still have the green light. Cross our fingers that it will make it through this reading. I'm supposed to be getting the new mic tomorrow. Here we go. Let's get all your bonus cards. And here we go. Let's get your oracle and see what's going on with you. It is early afternoon, and it's so unusual because I usually start these readings, I record them like right after I wake up. And it is much later in the day, so here we go. See, I'm not even, I'm all discombobulated. Here we go. We have hope. It's not my normal, what I'm doing here. So hope is always there, even if we can't see it. This gives me a star card feeling. Optimistic expectations can help change a negative situation into a positive one. Okay, so we have hope coming in for you, having hope. And I think hope is good, but I also believe in action too. Right? You can be very hopeful about something, but if you're not putting action towards it, you're kind of leaving it up to fate. We have counseling. You heal with kind words, wise advice, and an empathetic ear. So some of you probably have some healing capabilities in the way that your words are healing, or people may have a tendency to just kind of tell you their life story. All right, let's see what our last oracle is. Thinker with a 44. Something on your mind, something you're hopeful for is the message that's coming through. We are doing just current energy, future energy. If there's a past message, it will definitely show up. But let's see what's going on with Pisces. I'm so used to having a coffee with me in the morning when I do my readings. It feels so weird. Okay, here we go. What do we have? Knight of Pentacles. That's kind of the, if you think about it, this is a slow thinking, contemplating energy. We have Nine of Swords and the Hanged Man. Okay. Alrighty. Maybe you need some counseling. Maybe you need to talk this out, whether it's with spirit or a journal or something like that. Maybe you're needing wise advice, right? Because it feels like there's something going on here that could be really running circles in your brain, because we have Nine of Swords and Thinker. Let's see what we have for crossing energy. Look, we got slow energy and fast. Two of Cups, could be a relationship on your mind, and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so looking at this first row here, it could be a relationship is on your mind. It might be stressing you out. There may be little movement, not a lot of communication, but we have, if something is going too slow for you, maybe it's time to make a move on it. With this Chariot energy, is having focus, it's victory, but it won't happen if nothing is being done. You know what I'm saying? So this could be saying that you have hope here, but there comes a time where we need action, right? This is very slow action. This is very fast. So I feel like the energy that and the message is coming through is time to take action on this. Maybe this person doesn't know how you feel, and you'll never know if you don't put yourself out there. You know what I mean? So I'm getting this feeling of anxiety about a person, a particular person. You're thinking about them a lot, or it could be vice versa. This could be someone wanting to approach you, but they're hesitant. And man, talk about living rent free in their brain here. But it's the Nine of Swords. It's this, it feels like someone that doesn't have a whole lot of self confidence, when it comes to speaking up or, putting themselves out there. That's the kind of energy that I'm feeling here. It's very trepidatious. Um, it, you know, it's not that it's wishy washy or anything like that. I don't know why that word is coming out, but this is someone who hesitates. We have that Knight of Pentacles energy. So one of you has to break the ice here. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Something needs to happen here if it's going to go anywhere. And we've got this limbo energy, right? Being all tied up. I'm getting it's kind of a specific message here, folks. Someone feels all tied up in this, but you know, I feel like either you or them trying to figure out how to be more resourceful. How can you make your interests known without being too over the top, or it's almost like wanting to spend time with someone, but almost making up an excuse, like a work excuse. If they work with you in the workplace, you wanting to stay longer just to be around them. You know what I'm saying? So someone feels tied up here. Someone might actually feel tied up in their resources. They may feel like they either don't have enough, you know. I'm getting some really interesting energies here. Someone is wanting, it's either you or them wanting to take this a little bit further, but not really doing anything about it. Hopeful, but not doing anything. Huh. That's the message for that first row. That's going to be for some of you. And, it's tough being out there dating. Not everybody is going to, not everybody's a match. Even if you are interested in someone, it doesn't mean they'll be interested back. And yes, that sucks, but at least you find out and you move on. You know, it's hard telling people you're just not that into them, but it happens. Um, you'll never know if you don't do anything, and vice versa. They'll never know. You'll never know if they don't say something. So we have the Nine of Cups, Eight of Pentacles. This might be a work situation here. This card keeps coming down right here. I keep knocking it down. And the Five of Pentacles. Is this an office romance here for some of you? Kind of feels like that's the message coming through. I feel like somebody here is a life of the party. We have a lot of work going on. But I get the feeling that somebody here doesn't feel like they have enough to offer. We have Judgment, Queen of Wands, and look at that, the Six of Pentacles now, the 5 and 6. I get the feeling this person, and there's another person coming through heavily, not heavenly, but heavily in this reading if you haven't noticed. I usually just pick up on your energy, but this is kind of a big deal because I'm feeling somebody else's energy coming through here. Very nervous energy. We have the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, being crossed by Judgment. So this feels like it would be a dream come true. Like their life would be, completely brand new if they could do this. Trying to muster the strength and to do this. It almost, I get the feeling that this person, or maybe this is how you feel about them, like they are like the ultimate thing, the end all be all kind of relationship. Like they're the one, you'd be completely, totally happy with this. This Judgment card feels like a party. And then we have the Nine of Cups here. So this feels like a celebration, which this is interesting, this reading. Eight of Pentacles, hard at work, and the Eight of Wands is a very attractive energy. This is someone who takes action. Oh, is this a boss? Oh, I'm getting a workplace energy here. This person might be higher up than you, or you might be higher up than them, and maybe that's the problem. The conflicting um, interests and things like that. There could be something like that going on where we have some kind of authority issue, where not that anything bad is going on, but one of you may be a bit higher up on the food chain, so to speak. Oh man, if it's I don't really care for the workplace stuff, because that could turn out not so good. You know what I'm saying? So do be careful if this is a workplace romance. For some of you, this is about taking the lead with this path to mastery, something that you've been working on really hard. And, this is that learn as you go kind of energy. So one or both of you may be really focused more on your pinnacles and the wealth you're creating right now. And so this love stuff may be kind of on the back burner. It's not a big priority, and maybe that's why you're kind of oblivious to it, because if this is someone's incoming energy and they see you as very hardworking and very independent, that might be very intimidating to this other person. And I'm feeling that here too. They feel like they don't have enough to give, and they feel like you're, in this place where you have more than enough to give. So I get the feeling that this person that's coming through doesn't feel like they are worth it. They feel less than. Their worth is not a high, and I gotta admit, I don't like that. They need to have more self-esteem. You know what I'm saying? They need to have more self-esteem. They need to have some self-worth here, because that's what we're seeing crossing this energy. If they don't get some kind of self-esteem or self-worth going on, I don't think you, as this Queen of Wands energy, would be very interested in it. Not really. Not really. So there's some inadequacies coming through in this reading. It feels more like them and not you. So I don't know. You might have somebody that's sweet on you. Strength card. Here comes maybe they're finally going to figure this out. Ten of Cups. Wow. And the Three of Swords. Somebody else's energy is coming through pretty heavy here. They might need to do some healing and some inner work to build up their confidence. That, oof. Because I feel like you in this reading, you are doing your thing. It came out. It flipped over in a chunk, and then it came out again. We got the High Priestess, the sense of knowing. I think this person, if they're going to, come at you with any type of success, they're really going to have to be, they're going to have to come at you rightly, but they're going to have to be a lot more brave and a lot more sure of themselves. King of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. Okay, so we have the High Priestess and the Strength card. You might be helping this. Oh my goodness. Are you a therapist helping this person? That therapy thing has been coming out a lot in these readings. This might be one of your clients. That's you, like, here's that counselor, here's that book of secrets, that all-knowing healing type of energy. And it could be that you help people, a lot of people. We see this generosity here with the Six of Pentacles. And I think you are in a good place here, Pisces. And it could be that some of the people that you're helping, they might be smitten with you. They might be. So we have a King of Pentacles and a Queen of Pentacles here. This is a divine counterpart, and really good happy energy here. So this doesn't feel like the same person, I'll be honest with you. This feels like someone who's equal to you. This probably feels like someone who's in the same field, who has the same level. You know what I'm saying? Someone who's on the same um, footing financially and educationally and stuff like that. This is your divine counterpart here. That's what I'm feeling. And you may already be in this relationship with them, but I think you have a secret admirer here that, I honestly, I don't feel like it's going to go anywhere. I think this king energy is what's for you. But I see you as being very healing to this other person, whatever trauma they have. you know I think they can understand at some point the reason why you're in their life as more of a nurturing, guiding, healing energy for them, and not a romantic kind of counterpart. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what I'm getting here in this reading. So it's really, really specific. Really specific. Friends, the most unlikely friendships can form. Like variegated lichens on hard rock, they create a tight bond. Open to the universe, I am discovering my worth and my abilities. I have confidence in my value and potential. I reclaim my inner power. I accept and love myself completely. Thus, I am open to the divine light of the universe. And we have clearing karma, Kundalini activation with a 6 6. And it's possible that if you are in some type of counseling, or you help people by just listening to them or giving advice, that might be how you are clearing out some karma. Maybe you give them hope. We have younger man. Younger. Yep. Dealings, a relationship with a younger man. Turkey. Someone is behaving stupidly. And we have table, hard work ahead. I think you're helping this person. I think they might have a crush, but I think that's probably as far as it'll go. I think this King of Pentacles is who you're interested in right here. That's the feeling I get. Someone who's in that same field of work as you. That's what I'm getting. Wow, what an interesting message. Very specific. Very specific. Let me know if this resonated with you. Hit the like button. Please continue to share, subscribe. Thank you so much. And hopefully I'll have my mic tomorrow. Got my fingers crossed. And yeah, that's going to be it for now. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.